Big news now coming in with huddles that are taking place and also interactions. Eknath Shinde speaks to Uddhav Thackeray's cousin and Maharashtra Nirman Party President Raj Thackeray over the phone. There could be now speculations about the rebel Shiv Sena MLAs joining or aligning with the MNS led by Raj Thackeray. Now the phone call has triggered speculation on whether Shinde faction could possibly merge with the MNS. That could be an interesting development coming in. Let's go across quickly to our executive editor Sahil Joshi. Sahil, at this point, Raj Thackeray and Eknath Shinde became the two big rebels who came out of the Shiv Sena as it stood. And this time, what do you think this possible interaction could mean? How much could it be really benefiting both Shinde and Raj Thackeray?
Well, I really doubt that this kind of alliance will now happen, because the Supreme Court has kept this option open, whether who is actually leading the Shiv Sena Legislative Party. And as long as right now what is concerned is that Deputy Speaker's decision right now is completely in abeyance. Looking at that, there is always a possibility that as what we heard Deepak Kesarkar speaking a while back, that he had made it very clear that they are the real Shiv Sena Legislative Party group and Eknath Shinde is their leader. Looking at the situation, they can approach the governor and ask him to ask Uddhav Thackeray to prove his majority on the floor of the House, as the majority of the Shiv Sena MLAs who are in the Shiv Sena Legislative Party group have informed him that they no longer enjoy support to the MVA. The MVA doesn't enjoy support of these MLAs. So it doesn't require a merger into some other party, because they claim now that they are the original Shiv Sena Legislative Party leader. One may go to the court against it again, but that will be a pending process. Till then, they don't have to merge into some other party. So the call made to Raj Thackeray was more of a on a personal basis. Eknath Shinde and Raj Thackeray share quite a warm relationship, and because Raj Thackeray had undergone a hip surgery, that call was with respect to that. So it doesn't look like, or there is no question as such, that the Shinde group of this 39 strong Shiv Sena MLAs at this point of time, and one more may join soon, will merge into the MNS and will give more power to another Thackeray. That is completely unlikely at this point of time.
And but also, Sahil, at this point, how many of it is personal interactions, and it wouldn't hurt to get more friends over to your side, and that's perhaps what Eknath Shinde could be planning. What is Guwahati up to? Sahil, stay on with me. Paulomi Saha tracking all the latest from Guwahati. Paulomi, how do you think we are looking at this? Is this, as we commonly say, dushman ka dushman dost? Trying to get as many friends as we can into our camp, even if it may not help exactly directly with the numbers?
Pooja, is this in reference to BJP and the Eknath Shinde camp?
This is, yes, and also with Raj Thackeray getting an information that possibly, Shinde could be wanting to befriend him and try to get Raj Thackeray over to his side. So that's where the dushman dost analogy I put here.
Right. Okay. Yes, obviously, I mean, the point is, Pooja, that they are, of course, trying to get as much support on board as is possible as far as this entire gambit of theirs is concerned. Obviously, it was a courtesy call. It was a call where Shiv Sena and, whichever faction of it is concerned, even Raj Thackeray, which is, of course, a splinter faction of the Shiv Sena as well, they have all kept in touch. So it was said to be a courtesy call. Raj Thackeray has just come out of hospital after a surgery, and Eknath Shinde calling on him to check on his health. That is what was being told officially, but at the end of this, you can, of course, read into it as well, given the relations between Raj Thackeray and the Shiv Sena, the Uddhav Thackeray-led Shiv Sena, to be specific now. But as far as the numbers go, we do know that as far as the BJP and the BJP's 106 plus the independents that BJP has the support of, plus the Eknath Shinde faction and the independents that they have on board as well. They are comfortably poised to form the next government of Maharashtra, but if that is everything plays and goes as per the next course of action that they've planned for themselves, it's going to be something that is not going to pass very easily through the legal challenges, because it will be challenged eventually. There will be, of course, decisions and aspects of it, because the Supreme Court has allowed for the Uddhav Thackeray faction to go to the court if at all they feel that a floor test is being forced to them. But of course, importantly, the Supreme Court has not put an interim stay on the governor calling a floor test. So
quickly, Paulomi, quickly, that clearly all is not silent in Guwahati. From what you're reporting, there are constantly some meetings or interactions that Eknath Shinde is up to. All right, I'll take that quick question from Sahil. Paulomi, if you can hear me, Sahil. So we can say that despite, as it appears, advantage to Eknath Shinde, he's still ensuring that, he doesn't stay convinced with 39. He wants to, whether it's about numbers, whether it's about alliances, he'll be ready with it. But what you said is also very interesting, Sahil. Would you want a Raj Thackeray to be joining you when he could become eventually a stronger game player and become a challenger to Eknath Shinde himself?
Well, I really doubt that, this whole episode in which, I don't know, crores of money must have been spent, because keeping charters ready to ferry the MLAs who wanted to go from Mumbai to Guwahati, keeping them in the hotel for so many days, going to the Supreme Court, creating such an issue, nobody will do it to make somebody else's career. Obviously, Shinde must have done it for himself, and of course the BJP is supporting it so that the BJP government should come to power. Raj Thackeray right now has only one MLA who is already supporting the BJP. So, why, rather than doing that, they are now claiming that they are the original Shiv Sena legislative party, which doesn't have to merge into some other party, because they already have the numbers. What could happen? That is very interesting, Pooja, and there are three scenarios which can turn up. Right now, there is a huddle going on in Guwahati where Paulomi was present, and I have spoken to a couple of MLAs, and they are saying that the discussion is going on whether to send a letter on the Shiv Sena as a Shiv Sena legislative party to say that they are withdrawing support from the MVA government, which will give chance to the governor to call the vote of confidence against no confidence motion against Uddhav Thackeray. The huddle is going on inside the BJP at this point of time, where the core committee meeting is happening to plan their next course of action. Whether now the time has come that the BJP should jump in officially and say that, okay, now that the Supreme Court has said this, it's now very clear that Eknath Shinde and group is not with Uddhav Thackeray. So they can also ask the governor that, ask Uddhav Thackeray to prove his majority on the floor of the House, or taking cognizance of the situation, because it's already reported, the petition itself by the Shinde group clearly mentioned that they are not with the MVA, and there are 39 signatories on that. So looking at that, the governor may suo motu ask the chief minister that, you prove your majority. But more than that, interestingly, Sharad Pawar is now coming back to Mumbai. Praful Patel is accompanying him to come back to Mumbai.
And Sahil,
Patil
this is why,
Patil.
While they are the huddles that are on in Mumbai, in Guwahati also there are constant permutations and combinations being put in place. But it's a developing story, and Sahil Joshi is importantly telling all possible scenarios, whether it's in Maharashtra or what's unfolding in Guwahati, as Paulomi Saha continues to update us with. Thank you so much, Sahil Joshi and Paulomi Saha, for all the latest from Maharashtra and Assam.